Good morning. This is Stephen Seifert. Welcome to Dulcimer Diary. I have before me a hammered dulcimer. It is not mine. It's Heather's. I'm not making this video to teach. This is a video where I'm asking. I'm trying to maybe find an approach that I can understand on here so I can help Heather play old-time and Irish fiddle tunes on here while I play the mountain dulcimer or whatever. So I'm going to share with you what I've been thinking about, my wonderings, my wanderings, and I'm hoping you will be able to add to it and or correct me. I'm thinking of a fiddle. I want to emulate a fiddle. I don't want to do chords right now or backup. I remember once sitting next to Patty Lumen, and she had a little dulcimer, and she was just playing the tunes, and that's what I'm wanting to go for here. So when I think of a fiddle, and I could be wrong, but I think the lowest note on the fiddle, the open G string, is right here. And for folk fiddle, if you go up on the E string, the highest string, your pinky will sometimes play this B. I think that's the main range of most folk fiddling and standard tuning. So I'm going to consider the different keys, not the weird ones, just the main ones. And I'm going to consider the main tweaks, not every possible tweak. So in old time and Irish, I think you do a lot in G. And I have a G right there. And there's 4 notes on this bridge, 4 notes on this bridge. There's a 1 octave G scale. And then I have another octave here, 4 notes on either side of this bridge. And then I can go up to this B. And I think that takes care of everything. I can go down lower, but I'm trying to avoid notes outside of the fiddle's range. So this will be my low one. Are there other areas I can reach? I don't want an F natural right now. I just want pure G. Is there any other way I need to think about playing? Is that the main place? You tell me. Next, key of D. Big key, man. And I've got a D right here. This D matches the D string of the fiddle. And there is a 1 octave scale. I can imagine going down, and I could go over here to this this G, but I think this A is probably practically going to be the bottom range of a lot of fiddle tunes in D. And I can go up higher to this B. So that's D major. Now, sometimes in D, we want the mixolydian note, the flat 7, the C natural. So if this is D, I know I have a C over here. If I want a C over here, I have one up here. So is this how I would do, is that where I go to get that? I think so. And then I have a C up here above this B, but that puts me outside of the range of the fiddle. So I think that's a lot of what I need right there for the key of D. So let's look at A. A's got some more tweaks to it. The lowest A I have on this instrument that's in the range of the fiddle, I believe, is right here. And that matches, that's like playing an A on the G string of the fiddle. I've got the major scale right here. If I want to go higher, I run into a G natural. Now that's okay, because a lot of A tunes on fiddle, you have a G natural, but sometimes you have a G sharp. And if I'm not mistaken, I have a G sharp right here, which is cool. And then I'm gonna get lost. Oh, I didn't get lost. So I could play this major scale using this extra note, which I'm guessing older hammered dulcimers didn't have. I don't know. And what it feels like to me is sometimes, like maybe in A, you're forced, if you want to stay in that upper octave, you're forced to kind of ride up and down this line quite a bit. I'm wondering, how often are there other chunks for these keys I'm talking about? You know, am I missing some nice chunks that are usable? There's another thing for A. Sometimes we use mountain minor called Dorian. It's like a minor scale with a raised 6th degree. So in this case, it would be A minor, but with an F sharp instead of an F natural. So if I start over here, I've got a little box for mountain minor. And this is that F sharp right there. A tremendous amount of old-time American and Irish fiddle tunes, when they have that A minorish feel, it's in A Dorian. And I think I have a box here, which is pretty cool. So I know sometimes fiddlers play in the key of C, and I know there's all kinds of stuff. But I think I've covered, if I'm not mistaken, the main possibilities when you go to an old-time jam or an Irish session and you're just trying to play the tunes. So do you have something you can help me understand? Something that can add to this? I'm all ears. And don't worry, I'm not going over to the dark side, but this is how I got into mountain dulcimer. I first heard hammer dulcimer on a Mannheim Steamroller Christmas album, and I borrowed a tiny little homemade dulcimer from a friend in high school. And I have to admit, you know, I'm intrigued. And Heather, her father, played hammer dulcimer and was a square dance caller. And that was a long time ago. We don't have any recordings. We have one picture I know of. But apparently he was fairly good. And I think he may have went to Cosby and stuff, but he's passed away a while ago. We just don't know. I wish I could ask him. I never met the man. But I love that she's got this in her past. When she was like 9, he taught her to play What Shall I Do with a Drunken Sailor? So I'm trying to do all I can to encourage her and to make this easier, because this looks scary. It's scarier probably to me than it is to her, but I've got plenty of hammer dulcimer friends. What do y'all think? What do I need to know? And I'm going to leave with this whole left-hand lead, right-hand lead, you know. I notice a lot of things I'm doing when I'm doing the left-hand lead. It seems like a lot of what I would naturally do musically works, where I'm basically hitting downbeats with the left hand, and if there's any and of the beat, it comes in with this right hand. So a lot of rhythms are quarter notes with the left hand and the occasional 8th note pair that is a left-right. And I think some of my hammer dulcimer friends do it that way. Some of them do it the other way, right hand lead, where the right hand is hitting your quarter notes and the 8th note pairs are right lefts, right, left, right, left, right. It seems like there would be pros and cons to each. I'm wondering, if I pick one, which one is going to flow more naturally for these kind of tunes if I'm not doing backup and bass lines and arpeggios and all that stuff, if I'm just playing tunes. And, you know, most of my friends who are hammer dulcimer players talk about you don't have to pick one or the other, you know. But I could see me migrating to one most of the time and then using other approaches to fill in the gaps. That's enough. And if you are starting to feel saddened by me playing a hammer dulcimer, just know everything is going to be all right. And I'll leave you with that. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye-bye.